The Honorable and dearest judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard of the climate change? Yes, a drastic change in the condition of the earth that causes many disasters such as floods, melting ice, and the rising earth temperature. And do you even remember that the results of the research that suggests Jakarta will sink in 2050 or sooner? Climate change is caused by an increase in the production of greenhouse gases resulting from human daily activities such as pollution from vehicles, electricity consumptions, and others. This climate change cannot be tolerated. The increase in carbon dioxide on Earth has caused major changes in nature, one of which is the acidification of seawater. Yet, the sea may look fine, but do we know that the ecosystem is under threat? Increasingly acidic seawater has adverse effects on marine life, including coral reefs, shellfish, lobsters, and so on. The coral reefs and shellfish will find it difficult to thrive in an increasingly acidic seawater. For example, coral reefs in Kepulauan Seribu, Jakarta, Indonesia. Over the years, they grew in an increasingly unsupportive atmosphere. Indeed, they grew tall, but in more fragile conditions, comparable to humans with osteoporosis or bone loss. If coral reefs are fragile, they cannot be a home for small fishes. Indonesia is the center of the world's coral reefs with the most species compared to other countries in the world. In Raja Ampat, for example, we have 437 species. They are natural wealth that we must preserve. If not, maybe we can all remember the marine ecosystem in the form of pictures or films such as Finding Nemo. Climate change will also have an impact on the balance of the ecosystem and causes domino effects, from decreased production of food sources, decreased health quality due to the loss of one of the largest sources in nutrition in marine ecosystems, growing threats to urban plannings, to other problems which would be horrifying to imagine. Therefore, we need to monitor the acidity level of Indonesian seawater. This data is needed to reduce the impact of ocean acidification on coral reefs. Apart from taking measurements in the laboratory, there is a simple way that we can find out, namely by monitoring the growth and development of coral reefs. This is because the coral reefs, which are animals in symbiosis with these plants, grow by accumulating the calcium carbonate, which looks like chalk. From there, we can measure and find out the acidity level of the ocean from time to time. So the question now is, what can we do to prevent the ocean acidity? Simple, is to protect the marine ecosystem. First, we can minimize the waste production and process waste so that it is not dumped carelessly into the sea. Second, we can save the electricity consumption in order to protect the atmosphere that causes climate change that affects the marine ecosystems. And then we have to reduce the use of the private vehicles, because the fewer number of vehicles, the less pollution. Finally, we can build seagrass conservation, which plays a role in controlling the acidity level of the surrounding sea. These ideas can be realized with synergistic supports from the government as the policymaker, the related industries, and society in general. Therefore, I invite all of you to protect the marine ecosystem starting from the small things. If coral reefs have not given up even though their life are threatened, will we also remain silent and do nothing? So join me, Refa Rahmaddiansyah, to protect the earth, the marine ecosystem, and ourselves from the damaging impact of the climate change. I believe all of us can make a difference. Let's save the earth, because the future depends on us. Thank you.